I was born with spinal muscular atrophy, type 2, so I've never walked. I was diagnosed at 2 and got my first power chair then, and I've been in one ever since. I was one of the youngest at Children's Hospital ever put in a power chair, and yeah. Actually, when my parents took me first, they went to my pediatrician first, and he sent them to Arkansas Children's. They basically eventually told them, either that visit or another visit, to take me home and enjoy the time they have with me. Yeah, I think I've done pretty good as far as gaining independence. I mean, there's still things I need to. I've got more things to do, and especially graduating, I got a big step there. But yeah, I think I've done fairly well. I mean, I haven't slowed down. I've done pretty much everything everybody else would do, and I mean, I left home after high school, just like most people do in my age, and got out on my own and making my own way. It was mostly Oree's idea to help me out coming to school, and he said he wanted to do it, and so it made sense to my best friend to do it, be the only person I would trust to help me out with stuff like that, since previously I relied solely on my dad.
It really wasn't a big deal to me. A lot of people ask me that, and I tell them it wasn't a big deal. We were juniors in high school, and I knew he wanted to go to school. I understand that it was his dream and his determination in life. So it was easy for me, and I asked him how would he feel if I went to college with him and helped him out, took care of him some. And his mouth dropped. He couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I mean, it's about him, this isn't about me. So the best way he can be independent and live a freely life, that's what I want to do.
Most of the challenges that I face are just trying to gain more independence. I'm always trying to be more independent, and I mean, I've got goals just like everybody else, and I'm trying to accomplish things, and that I need to be independent to do so. And with Oree, I'm able to do that a lot better. I mean, of course, I still have to rely on him a lot, but I'm more independent relying on him than I would be if I was back with relying on my parents or something like that, because
the comfort level.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was an easy decision because growing up personally, I've always helped. I've always seen my mom and dad help people. I've always seen them just help each other out, and it's not something I had to even think about, like, can I do this or how am I going to do this? I knew how to do it. I mean, I could see what I learned by seeing things. I seen how his dad worked with him. I seen what his dad did. Like he said earlier, his dad was the only one he depended on. And it just took me really a couple of days really to see everything. And one day his dad showed me with the showers and stuff, and that was it. I knew from there I could do it, and never had no fear in my heart. Bradley wanted a dog. He mentioned a dog before, and he grew up with a golden retriever. But he's heard of golden doodles, and he was looking them up, and I said, I want an English bulldog. So he convinced me to get her I researched them, and I was like, yeah, we got to get her. We got to get a golden doodle.
Told her to sit in about 30 minutes.
Shake.
Told her up to get up in my lap.
Good girl.
He told her to shake. She shuts the door. She'll pick things up sometimes. I'm trying to work on that, so she'll pick things up when I drop stuff, but that's my next goal.
I didn't know I was going to college. I knew I was going to graduate high school, but I didn't know anything about colleges. None of my parents went to colleges. I was the first one to even think about it. And he knew he was going, no matter what. I remember him telling me, because I couldn't get in here because of a test score or whatever. But he knew he was coming here, and when he told me, I'm going with or without you, so you got to get your stuff together. In June, we came to orientation, and that was the very first time we ever worked by ourselves together, overnight, like anything, just by ourselves. It was orientation, and it was a piece of cake. There was no weirdness, no, oh, I can't do it, no, nothing. It was just another thing, another job. Like, it's easy. The way I look at it is, I understand what I'm doing, and I understand what his diagnosis is or SMA, understand what SMA is, and you're gonna learn new things. I learned a heck of a lot of things from him. He teach me, I teach him. I mean, it's not always bad things. I mean, it's always good things. He's a business major. I'm a sports management major, so I get to see some of the stuff he do, how hard he work. I get to see how hard I work. You know,
It's hard to give any advice because it's been fairly smooth sailing. All my life, I've always wanted to go to U of A. It's the only place I visited. It's the only place I ever thought about going. And in order to do that, I was going to have to figure out how to be on my own. And, I mean, I flat out would not be able to if he hadn't stepped up to help me out, because there's no way I wouldn't have trusted anybody else to do the things he does after all my life relying on my parents, and then to go out and be on my own. Is the sole reason I was able to do that. So, I mean, it flat out would not have happened without him.
And we didn't just go to school. He joined a fraternity. We worked for the Arkansas Razorback football team. Like we just didn't go get an education. We lived the college experience. We did things that we never thought we could do. We went to Cabo, went on spring breaks. I mean, he went to D.C. this summer for the SMA convention. Like, it's not like, oh, Bradley's just a wheelchair, he's not gonna do nothing. He's just up here. No, man, he lives a life, like he said, independent life. You know, he does everything. He does everything everyone else does. So that's what makes me love him so much more.
Tell me about Marley.
I think she just farted.
I think she just farted too, because it smells over here. Yeah. Marley. Marley, come here, baby girl. Marley. Sweet girl. You are farting.
You're gassy.